Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Heads Up. I am Pat, and this is Amanda. You can follow us on Twitter individually at Pat02136 or at NYAnime, or you can follow us jointly at twoheadsup.com, and that's the number 2, not the word written 2. So it looks like we haven't changed clothes since the last time we did a video. And no, these aren't movie watching clothes. We actually watched 2 movies this week, and we decided to knock them both out at the same time at the same location, which is why we have the salads and things up. Once again, we are at King's in Dedham, Massachusetts, which is located inside a Legacy Place, right off of Route 1 in Dedham. You can get to it by exit 15 on Interstate 95. The second movie that we're reviewing today is The Three Stooges. And now, this is a movie that I was really excited to see. What this Three Stooges is, basically I can tell you what the synopsis is, that left on a doorstep, it shows Larry, Curly, and Moe growing up, finger poking, nyuk-nyuking, and all the woo-wooing the way to new levels of uncharted mischief and misadventures. The orphanage is, after they grow up, the orphanage is getting shut down by the church because the orphanage is run by nuns. And so what they do is they actually leave and they try to go out and earn, I believe it was $830,000 to bring the orphanage back in to prevent it from closing. And in the process, they get involved in an oddball murder plot while also, stumbling onto a successfully phenomenal, I'm joking, it's a phenomenally successful absolutely, t-shirt time, reality TV show. And if people actually watch the show, then t-shirt time gives away what the hell it is. If you watch the trailer for it, then you'll understand where I'm coming with when I say t-shirt time. So the movie itself, it involved a lot of the typical Three Stooges things, the poking each other in the eyes, the whole, poking each other in the eyes, smacking each other around, the common, physical comedy that a lot of people really enjoy and really like. I myself,
classic Stooges.
I love the movie because I'm a Stooges fan. I'll sit there at the TV on Sundays and watch hours and hours of the Three Stooges when I'm not working. So it's always fun to watch them. But the movie itself is actually split up into, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 parts. I believe it was 3. She's going to say 4. But it's basically breaking it up into episodes, but not each episode is a half hour long, minus commercials, so it's a lot better than one show. But it shows the different stages of their life. The growing up at the orphanage, then the orphanage themselves, then going out to the real world and doing their own thing. There are scenes that you see in the regular trailer for the movie that were cut out of the movie in order for it to keep its PG rating, because if they put that in there, they might have to go to a PG-13, and they're trying to target a specific audience of younger adolescent kids to, people who... it's the Stooges. It's everybody who follows the Stooges is going to love this movie.
They really stayed true to the classic Stooge physical comedy. They didn't try to... Exactly. They didn't modernize it. They didn't dumb it down. They didn't try to CG and stuff. They used all the classic tricks the Stooges would do.
Right, and they
honored the original way they did it.
Right, and at the end of the movie, they actually explain, how some of the tricks are done during, I guess, before the credits thing.
Yeah, just before the credits.
They show you, how they're actually able to do that. The Farrelly brothers are actually on screen telling you this, too.
And it's a nice thing, if you bring your kids to show it, they actually say, don't poke people in the eyes, it's dangerous.
It's like the Jackass disclaimer, whenever you saw one of the Jackass episodes.
It's funny.
Exactly.
It's not even a disclaimer, it's basically saying, hey, this is all fun and games, but don't do it in reality because you can hurt yourself.
Right, which is
we're not
absolutely
actually
true.
hurting each other, we're just,
and these are trained stuntmen that actually do this stuff. And the guys that are doing it, it's absolutely hilarious. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is actually, and you might agree with this, it's you see it in the trailers too, where Moe dunks Curly's head into the lobster tank, and the lobster clips onto his ears, doesn't bite them because the lobster's mouth is by his chin. And he says, oh yeah, and Moe pulls the lobster off of Curly's face and throws it down Larry's pants. And you see Larry fidgeting around a little bit, and then he does the and then you hear the crunch, and then the ow. Well, that was absolutely hilarious. Now, that was one funny part. But I guess the whole first two portions, the first two sections or episodes that were shown, she was laughing her ass off. She could not stop laughing. I swear at one point she was laughing so hard she was crying. and I don't think she'll admit it right now.
I can't tell. What are you talking about?
What do you mean you can't tell?
You say you're going to sneak a camera in and film me while I'm laughing, aren't you? I can see it in your face.
Rating the movie. How would you rate the movie this time? Because I know with the last one with Snow White, you gave it a 4. Which I thought was very undeservedly so, and I gave it 2.5. Safe House, which was our first video, which if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it, give us a views, rate, comment in the section below. Like it's always, everybody else asks you to do, but we ask you to do it because, well, we genuinely want to know. And send us your video responses too. Shut up, you. Let us know, tell us how we did. So how would you rate the movie? And why would you rate it like that?
I almost have 2 different ratings.
2 different ratings?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, because for the movie, I enjoyed it enough to be a 4.
Okay.
And as an homage to the original, I enjoyed it enough to be a 4. But if I were not a fan already, I might rate it a 3.
Really? Why was that?
Because the slapstick comedy is the classic Stooges. 3.5 then.
3.5?
I'd say 3.5.
I'd agree with you on the 3.5. I didn't, as a Stooges fan and watching the Stooges, I thought it did very well. It definitely, give credit where credit's due. It definitely did the classic Stooges, in color, in, a more modern look
they
and
picked
feel
the
to
perfect
it.
actors for it too.
Oh,
Curly
they
was
absolutely did.
Absolutely Curly. Larry was definitely a Larry. Mo, he was dead on, but he probably could have been better.
I thought the makeup on Mo
good.
could have been done better. On point, I'd have to agree though. The 3.5 heads, that's exactly where I would put it too. In 3 weeks, we'll do a viewer's choice. You tell us by May 1st. You tell us by May 1st what you want to see, and we will see a movie that following Tuesday. All right. See you guys later. Bye.